Yo, what's happening? Eric Wong here from PowerDojo.com with another Ask Eric Q&A video. So today, I've got a question about training the bench press and other exercises like that and getting tight, so too tight for striking especially. And this question comes from Tufeng Wong from White Bear Lake, Ramsey, up in the territories, I think that is. That's cool. Didn't know you guys had internet out there. Crazy. Anyway, it says, hey Eric, what I want to know, is it possible to do isolation workouts, mainly press in particular, without getting too stiff? I used to bench all the time. Then I realized I was too stiff for striking, so I stayed away for about 2.5 years. Is it possible for me to go hard again without getting in the way of my speed, flexibility, and cardio for striking? Okay, so this is a question I get often. Should I do, or should I eliminate certain exercises because they're gonna make me too tight or too slow, okay? And as always, it depends on what you're doing. So if you're following a traditional bodybuilding style workout where you're doing chest one day, say you're doing bench press, then you do incline press, then you do dips, then you do push-ups, followed by a superset of flies and, I don't know, some other cable cross or something like that, 5 exercises for your chest. Then yes, you're gonna get stiff. Yes, you're gonna get bigger. Yes, you're gonna get slower. So that's gonna impact everything. It's gonna take you away from what your main thing is, which is striking, okay? So we've gotta look at training as a supplement to our sport and train in a way that is complementary to that, okay? So we've gotta get away from the old bodybuilding mentality that you're doing body parts and you hammer that body part until you can't even lift your arms anymore, then you move on. The other thing that's gonna do, obviously, is gonna make you too sore to effectively train mixed martial arts or boxing or striking or whatever it is the next day, okay? So what do we do instead? Well, we gotta train based on the movement patterns and we gotta train in a balanced fashion. So if I'm doing bench press, this is an example of a horizontal push, all right? To balance that out directly, we do a horizontal pull. So any kind of rowing movements, one arm row, inverted row, bent over row, all that stuff works, okay? We've also gotta balance the other planes of motion, which is up. So vertical pressing with vertical pulling. Because a lot of guys are doing a lot of chin-ups, a lot of pull-ups, but they're not doing a lot of overhead presses or Arnold presses, which are even better, which I like better. So that's the first thing. You've got to make sure that your movement patterns are balanced, all right? The second thing you've got to do is make sure you're doing the proper rep ranges for whatever your goals are. Now, I teach phase-based resistance training. So you focus on one phase, you do maybe 6 to 8 reps for the bench press, for 4 weeks, and then you move on, you do a different rep range, maybe a different exercise even, okay? Similar movement pattern, it could be an incline dumbbell press for 5 to 7 reps or 10 to 12 reps. That would be a little bit different, okay? So it's always balancing and changing the workouts dynamically so you're not overusing one movement pattern, one exercise, one plane of motion. So that's how you avoid getting slow, stiff, tight, inflexible, bigger, all those things that come along with traditional bodybuilding. That's how you train it properly for an athlete, as an athlete, okay? So I've got lots of resources that I've created. You can check them out here on the workouts page at PowerDojo.com, or you can check out my various programs. I've got a strength training section that you can look at and you can learn all about this, okay? And actually, probably the best thing for you to look at right now is to get the FightShape Blueprint. So you can go to PowerDojo.com/FSB and download that. That's gonna kind of lay out my whole philosophy and show you how to avoid all the problems that come with traditional bodybuilding and resistance training and how to apply them for martial arts, MMA, any combat sport, okay? So Tufeng Wong, hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps everybody who has that question about, is weightlifting gonna make me too slow? If you train like a slow bodybuilder, then yes, it will. But if you train properly like an athlete, martial artist, then no, it's not. And that's what I'm here to teach you. So hit up PowerDojo.com/FSB. Check out the FightShape Blueprint. It's free. Download that, and you'll get an education on my philosophy and overview on how to get in top fight shape, faster, stronger, more powerful, even a little bit bigger. And it's going to get you to become a better martial artist. All right, so that's it for today. I'm out. Peace.